Okay, this is video 8 of the Lumion course, and I was just going over how to scale slowly. You can also rotate slowly by holding down Shift and rotating. Um, there are some more options here. For vegetation, we can control some of the look with these sliders here. Um, for all of our objects, we can assign them a layer here. And I'm going to talk about layers next. So let's say that our model is getting extremely heavy and it starts getting hard to work with in build mode. There's a lot of ways that we can work with this issue. And the best way is to create layers. If you toggle this button right here on and off, then you can keep your layers tab pinned to the top of your screen. So we can create as many layers as we need to and assign our objects to those layers. For example, I have some of these bushes on the ground assigned to layer 3, and I turn them off while I'm building so that it doesn't make my scene so heavy. You'll notice when I turn it on that my screen starts getting choppy and starts getting a little slower. So that's the first thing we can do is put them onto layers and hide the layer that we don't need to work in. Okay, another thing that we can do is we can go to settings. And I would change the editor quality to low. What that does is it just takes away your shadows. So now we don't have any shadows. Lumion doesn't have to think about that, so that's one less thing it has to process. Now, if we go back and that's still not enough, we can also change our resolution to 25%. This is the very last thing I would want you to change because having good resolution helps in your model creation. So this is the very last thing to change. Obviously, it's got less to process again. So we can also go back to settings and adjust the use proxies. If we turn this on, that means Lumion will always use proxies, and off, Lumion will not use proxies. So what does that mean? It means that objects outside of a certain radius from the camera will not be visible. To demonstrate that, I'm going to turn our resolution back to 100 and go back to our build mode. Now you can see that those trees outside of my radius are turning into blue boxes rather than trees. I think if I turn on my editor, turn up the editor quality, it'll help demonstrate this. So when I get farther away, it turns them into blue boxes rather than showing the actual objects. And that helps the computer process a little bit less information and it'll move faster. I never turn on high quality trees and I never turn on auto update preview. The auto use proxies will turn your objects into proxies only when you're moving, and then it will restore them. So it makes movement a little bit easier.